Hello, welcome to Rear Facing Toddlers. This is the Joie Every Stage, which is a car seat that can be used from birth all the way up to 1.50 m until the child no longer needs a car seat. From birth to 18 kilos, it can be used rear facing. It also has a forward facing harness option, but because rear facing is much safer, I'm not going to show you how to do that. But once they reach 18 kilos, you can turn the seat around, remove the harness, and then use it as a high back booster until the child is roughly 10 to 12 years old. This is the older R44 version of this car seat, which has now been discontinued, but I had never made a video of it yet, and I know lots of people still have this car seat, so I thought it was a good idea to make a video of it before I replace it with the new version. Combination car seats, that's seats that can be used for both rear and forward facing, under R44 had red seatbelt guides for forward facing and blue ones for rear facing. So if you look at the side of this car seat, you'll see both red and blue bits for where the seatbelt has to go, but because I'm going to install this seat rear facing, we're only going to be looking at the blue ones. You can see here that for birth to 18 kilos, this is the position that the seat has to go in. That's the only blue one. We're going to ignore these two red ones for now, but that white arrow needs to be lined up with the blue 5 that you can see here. And you do that by squeezing the lever here at the bottom. Squeeze the lever, tilt the seat back until that white arrow is lined up with the blue number 5. When this seat is installed rear facing, the belt goes across the bottom of the seat under the insert. So in order to install it, the insert has to be removed first. So you do that by lengthening the harness a little bit, undo the buckle, take this insert out, just going to leave that to one side, and now the belt path inside the seat is clear for the installation. Place the seat rear facing in the car with its base flat on the seat and its bottom touching the backrest. You then pull out the seat belt and pass it through the slots in the side of the seat here and buckle it in. You then take the diagonal belt and wrap it around the back of the seat, place it in this seat belt guide here at the bottom, and here at the top you have to open this blue clip. Open it fully, it's got two parts. Place the belt inside, pull the belt as tight as you can, and then lock the clip by closing the bottom part first and the top part closes over it. And then you need to pop out the side impact. When I installed the seat earlier, I had to take the insert out to be able to get the seatbelt in. But if you're going to use this car seat for a young baby, this is now the point where this insert goes back in. It's got a hole there for the buckle. So you just place the insert in the car seat, pass the buckle through that hole, and then feed the straps through the gaps in the sides and over the top edge of the insert. I have now set up the car seat for a newborn with all of its inserts in, and I'm going to use this doll to show you how that works. So move the harness straps out of the way, place the baby in the car seat with the buckle through her legs. I will just say I've lost the buckle pad. This seat's a few years old. It is supposed to have a buckle pad, but I no longer have it, unfortunately. Right, so you then place the harness straps on the baby's shoulders and do up the buckle. The two halves of the buckle tongue go on top of each other, and that metal pin then goes into the buckle. You then pull the straps up through the buckle to remove all the hip slack. Make sure the straps are touching the sides of the baby's neck so that when you tighten the harness by pulling the straps stay as close together as possible, nice and parallel. To take the baby out, you first of all need to loosen the harness, and you do that by pressing that flat metal button that's in that slit in the fabric there. Hold it down, and then with your other hand, put one finger behind the straps and pull them to lengthen. Then undo the buckle by pressing the red button, move the straps out of the baby's way, and lift her out of the car seat. This car seat has a newborn insert, but it is suitable for children up to 4 years old who obviously wouldn't use the insert anymore. So you take them out bit by bit and you start with the head support. The head bit would be the bit that comes out first at around 4 months old, and it is actually tucked into the sides of the headrest with these little flaps. They've got plastic support inside them so they stay in place. So you just slide those out and remove the head. So now you can use the insert alone for older babies. And then once the baby also grows out of the body insert at, I don't know, somewhere around 9 months old, obviously it depends on the baby, they're all different sizes, then you take the insert back out in the same way that I did when I installed the seat. So you just pass the buckle through the hole and just lift out the cushion, and the seat can now be used for an older baby. This doll is roughly the size of a maybe 10 to 12-month-old baby. So to place him in the car seat, just pass him in feet first, turn him around and sit him down. The headrest seems a little bit low for him. You adjust the height of this car seat by squeezing this lever up here. So make the headrest a little bit higher. The straps should be level with the shoulders. So when you place the harness straps over the shoulders, have a feel, see where they're actually coming out of the car seat shell. They are now a little bit too high, so I'm just going to click it back down one click, and now it fits him perfectly. Then do up the buckle by putting the two halves of the buckle tongue together, clicking it in. You pull up the straps to remove the hip slack and then tighten the harness, making sure that they're nice and parallel and flat on the baby's chest. So that's how you install the Joie Every Stage rear facing. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next time.